they recently decided to add more hops to it.
And I'm in the front row, and I'm hammered drunk.
You do not have anything to drink. Can I get you a tasty refreshment?
Yes, I'll have a beer.
Wunderbar.
Hey, careful, man. There's a beverage here, huh?
And welcome to another episode of the Buzz Basement Bros podcast. My name is Aaron, and I am joined by none other than that peachy, keen motherfucker, Andrew.
Hey.
I'm not a huge fan of the Bud. I almost said, Busch Light Peach.
No.
I'm
I'm not a big fan either.
It's too sweet. I mean, I drank one, and I switched back to regular Busch Light. Give it
3/4.
Oh, dude, I murdered it in a hurry. I was thirsty, but I was ready. I was ready to finish it though. It was.
Yeah. No, there's still 3/4 in that can.
How cold? I mean, how cold were they? They'd been in the fridge for what, 7 hours or something. I mean, they should be plenty cold.
You dropped them off at 12.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
I put them in probably 1.
Yeah. 7 hours.
7 hours.
They should be plenty cold. I was gonna say maybe if they're like ice cold, they'd be better. But again, I only think I can do a couple of them.
I don't know. Cold dog turd still tastes like a dog turd.
Yeah, because my buddy Eric, he drank the shit out of Busch Light Apple a couple years ago. We went to a liquor store and they still had it when nobody else had it here in town. And he bought the rest of it up, and I mean, he drank the shit out of that. And he said he didn't really like the peach, so I don't know.
Yeah.
You got to try something new, I guess.
Yeah.
There's peach everywhere, though. I went to the grocery store by my parents' place, and they had Point beer out of Wisconsin had a peach, and there's just so many other. Leinenkugel's has got a peach now. There's a lot of different peach shit. Oh shit! The ladies were drinking Simply Peach, Mango Peach something.
Yeah.
Lemonade or something. I don't know.
Yeah, lemonade, seltzer type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes on Easter I got fucked up on seltzers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were there.
Was I?
Yeah, we went to your brother's place. I was drinking the ranch water. See, that's not too sweet.
Oh, that's right. You guys were
Drinking
right.
the seltzers, and I was kicking the yoga ball at your son's face in the backyard.
Yeah.
He loved it though.
Oh yeah.
He just ate that shit up.
He doesn't care. He just bounces back.
Yeah, I mean, he falls all the time.
All the time.
And he just whap, and then he's just right back up and moving.
Yeah.
The only time he really cries is if he like hits his face really hard. But he's gotten better at sticking an arm out.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait till he starts riding a bike and breaks an arm.
Yeah. Not. Thanks. Yeah, he didn't stick an arm out when we were at the Dells last week. He went face first onto the concrete. His life jacket proved to be the fulcrum of the teeter-totter.
Made him too top heavy.
Yep.
I mean, he's already top heavy.
Yeah. He was excited, started running, tripped over his own feet, and then just whoop.
Well, he doesn't run like Usain Bolt. He doesn't even run as well as Chris Farley did.
He runs like a duck. Just flat-footed.
Yep. Arms out to the side.
Yep.
Terrible form.
Yeah.
Terrible form.
Yeah. So yeah, he had a
Little spill.
Yeah, a little spill.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's funny watching kids fall.
It is. It's funnier when they're not your own.
Well, duh. We'll be out in public, or like, I think the last time I really laughed really hard is we went up to Milwaukee to see my cousin, and we went up for 2 days, and we had downtime in the middle of the day. And we're like, well, let's go look at elephants. So we went to the zoo, and I saw a kid eat shit. Go to look at the baby giraffe. They just had a baby giraffe that was born. Whap! Oh my god! Whap! Down! Oh, fuck yeah! The most satisfying thing is when a little shit is running around a restaurant, or when we go to the bar here, and there's a kid running around and they eat shit in the bar. Oh, it's great. It's one of my favorite things in the whole world.
And Christopher runs around all the time, and yeah, he'll consistently whack his forehead against tables. And
yeah, I was worried about the kid. 6 to 8 months ago, he would climb underneath the dining room table when we were sitting up there, and he'd smack his head on it all the time.
Yeah, he still does.
You still haven't installed pool noodles underneath your kitchen table.
Why would we do that? Then he doesn't learn as fast.
He's got to learn somehow, right?
Yeah.
Little shit.
Yeah. If you soften the blow, he doesn't learn as fast.
I mean, that's fair. But at the same time, like, I've had more than a few whacks to the head, and you've met me.
Oh, yeah, same here. I've had, a lot of whacks to the head.
Yeah.
I don't remember how many.
Yeah, it's too many to count. It really is.
Yeah.
And it's coming out now that NFL players, like the ones that go crazy and have the CTE, it's because they played through concussions, and they have permanent brain damage, and that's what causes them to kill themselves at age 55.
What was your worst head hit?
I got rung in the dome. It was probably like an 85-mile-an-hour fastball. That one hit me pretty hard. I had another concussion in like 6th grade because we were playing dodgeball on the tile floor, and I tripped over a fat girl's feet and hit side of the head.
Ooh.
And that rung my bell pretty good.
I got whacked upside the head with a metal pry bar.
Fuck that.
That was about an inch in diameter.
How the hell did you do that?
We were working on the farm, me and Dad. My brother was in drum corps, and my mother and sister were off to see their final performances and such for the summer. And Dad and I were home, and we were getting the big round baler ready, and we had to...
For hay?
For hay.
Great day for hay.
Yeah, great day for hay. It was not a great day for hay. Holy shit, my head hurt. We had to, I think, replace a section of the chain that actually spun the bale. Right? Big, long chain. All that stuff. Well, obviously, for the chain to work, it has to be tight. So, Dad had this pry bar on the detensioner mechanism, and he had to pry down and, I guess, up on the tensioner. And in order for us to work comfortably, I was going to put a pair of channel locks in there, or vice grips or something like that. In the little
farmer shit.
Yeah, farmer shit. Mechanic shit. And I was pretty much creating a space so when Dad let off the tension, it still gave us room to work and take the chain off. And the first go at it, I was standing on the tire. Dad was standing on the frame. He started prying, and I went to stick it in the gap, and I just heard, hey, don't do that yet. Look out. And next thing I know, the metal bar hit me right upside the left temple.
Nice.
Yeah, it hurt.
I bet it did. Fuck that.
Yeah, I was seeing stars for a good 5 minutes.
When I smacked my head during that dodgeball game, I tried to go take a drink of water like 20 minutes later, and I couldn't figure out how to use the water fountain.
Ooh. Water go when I push bar. Yay!
Like I couldn't get the water in my I couldn't process how to drink out of a water fountain. Yeah, I got pretty fucked up on that one.
Jesus.
Yeah. Like I have had my bell rung more than a few times. We were playing football one time, and I ran into the field goal post. Caught the touchdown pass, ran straight into the field goal post, full speed with my face.
That reminds me of when Dan ran into the tree playing tag. He was looking behind him, seeing how far away the person who was, and then he's like, cool. Turned back right in time to break his glasses against the tree.
Your dad was thrilled.
Dad had a paramedic's humor. He was laughing. Mom was pissed. Because glasses are expensive.
Yeah, they are. So they have websites now. The last pair of glasses I bought was it's literally a website called $39glasses.com.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, you punch in your script, and then they send it to you. It's like $42 with shipping or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah.
Liz has one she used to, from a website called I Buy Direct or something like that.
Yeah.
And she ordered me a pair from them, and they came in, and I put them on, and I went, these are not my prescriptions.
Punch them in? Somebody punch them in wrong?
I'm assuming so.
Yeah.
So...
Because a lot of eyeglasses, basically all the eyeglass manufacturing companies are owned by one giant company. So they mark up prices because like me, when I was consistently wearing glasses, I wear contacts now every day. When I was consistently wearing glasses, I get your insurance says you can get a new pair every 2 years. Like a phone. You can get a new phone every 2 years. And I knew they were expensive. Mm-hmm. You got to pay for the lenses and the frames.
Yep.
And then they got to fit the frames to your face. But I wear them around the house. I don't ever leave the house in my glasses.
Very seldom.
Yeah. No, it's probably just here in town.
I was going to say, I think I've seen you come down here 3 times with them.
Yeah. And how long have I known you?
A long time.
Try not to drive with them because I see differently between contacts and glasses. And yeah, anyway, I just buy the cheap pairs because I don't really ever leave the house with them. Mm-hmm. So, but if you go to a fucking eye doctor, they're expensive. You even go to like lens crafters, they're fucking expensive.
Yep.
It's insane. It's unfucking believable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. So, I know you don't have as fancy a truck as I have.
No.
I plug my phone in, I have the Apple CarPlay, and I have a button on my steering wheel I can yell. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to... Today I was dropping off some stuff for the podcast. Mm-hmm. So I'm driving through town, and I hit the button, and you know how you're saved in my phone.
Oh. Oh, boy.
It just goes ding, and then Siri comes up and goes, what kind of, ding. Text, dick face.
And your Siri is...
British,
right?
It makes it classy.
Texting, dick face.
But what's fun is Siri actually pronounces like fuck and shit and...
Fuck.
But with a sexy lady British accent. Not that Cockney like, oh, I'll kill you, motherfucker. Like sophisticated British accent. That's what my Siri is.
Ooh. Yes, I know. You still have me as dick face.
Dick face. That's how you are saved in my phone is dick face.
One time. You get your dick drawn on your face. One time. That the dick on my face is not the worst thing that happened that night. You realize that, right?
What happened?
All right, so I may have gotten drunk one night at a company Christmas party.
And this was years ago.
This was eons ago now. And I got trashed. And apparently there's this rule that I didn't know about because I didn't go anywhere for college and I didn't party in high school. But if you fall asleep with your shoes on
Yeah, it's a rule.
at a party, that's free game.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't know that. So I passed out with my shoes on because I was drunk and just ended up falling asleep.
I believe that was an Asher Roth lyric. I think it was the I Love College song. Literally said, "Don't pass out with your shoes on."
Sure. I did. And so I woke up the next morning, and thank God I almost stopped at a gas station to get a Gatorade. But I knew I had one someplace in the vehicle I was driving. And I get 3/4 of the way home, and I call up my boss, and I'm like, what the hell happened? Like, I don't remember much. And he's like, Andrew, I'm just going to be real with you. Go home, sneak in the house, take a shower. Don't let your parents see you. Okay. And I'm still on the phone with him. I walk in, and Mom was sitting at the dining room table. There is no way into or out of that house when someone is sitting in the dining room to sneak, unless you're, like, going out a window.
Mm-hmm.
So I just went, all right, I'm going to have to call you back because that plan ain't working. My mom just saw me, so I got some explaining to do. And she just told me, hey, go look in the mirror. You'll see why I'm wondering what happened to you. And, yeah, first thing I saw was obviously the dick drawn on my face. And then I walk upstairs, and I go to take a shower or a bath because we don't have showers at Dad's house. And I take off my shirt, and that's when I saw all the rest of the writing on me. I don't know how they got writing all over my torso without taking my shirt off,
Just lifted it up.
but there was writing everywhere. And the reason I say the dick on the face isn't the worst thing that happened was because I took my shower or bath, got as much as I could off, it still wasn't coming off. I had to hungover go downstairs and ask Mom what takes permanent marker off skin.
And scrub it.
Rubbing alcohol.
That would burn though.
It didn't burn because I didn't have any like open cuts or anything. But there's nothing worse than my mother. I'm sitting like I'm heads up 7-Up on the breakfast bar at Mom and Dad's house, just ashamed as all hell, and my mom's wiping with rubbing alcohol on my back all the stuff off, and she goes, "What's this mean? Spitters are quitters?"
I forgot about that one.
And I just went. I couldn't bring myself to explain it to my mom because my father also decided to walk in at that time, and I was like, you know what? I'll have to ask the guys and get back to you.
What was I in town that weekend?
Yes, because I had forgotten that you were coming in town. You showed up because we were planning on drinking together.
Yeah, because the party was on what, Friday night?
Something like that.
And I think I was in town Saturday night to see your sister.
But yeah, I remember you being like, "Hey, buddy, we're drinking, right?" And I'm like, "No, I'm hungover as fuck." Like this was like I had just gotten my room to myself. I didn't have to share it with Daniel. I had my own TV in the room. I was binge watching How I Met Your Mother, and I almost got sick because, holy shit, when you're hungover, just the sight of alcohol.
They do a lot of drinking in that show.
It's
all they do.
Almost every scene is in a bar. And so, yeah, after about 2 episodes, I'm like, I'm going to get sick. I've got to turn this off.
You got to watch something else.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely the worst part about the dick face incident is Mom having to ask, what spitters or quitters mean?
So I was in town that weekend because I think I rolled into town later and somebody had actually done some quality art. They gave you a beautiful butterfly lower back tattoo. Like
Yeah,
it was quality shit. Like they
little-
took their time.
Yeah, little tramp stamp.
Yeah, they gave you a beautiful butterfly tramp stamp, and I admired that.
They played tic-tac-toe on my right side.
On your tit?
Not so much tit, like my right belly before I had a belly.
Yeah.
They wanted to put danger zone with an arrow pointed to my dick, but they were also drunk and they forgot the G, so it was just danger zone. So yeah.
You better call Kenny Loggins.
Yeah. So yeah, I woke up with a number written on my arm. Phone number. I once again called I think that's what caused my call to my boss at the time. It was like, "Hey, what's this number to?" And he's like, "I'm going to do you a favor as a friend. Don't call it." What do you mean don't call? I was single at the time. I'm like, "What do you mean don't call it?" He goes, "Don't call it." Like, who was it? Do you go through this gas station every morning on your way to work, right? Yeah. You remember, this gas station clerk? Oh yeah, like the 50-something-year-old, like hag-looking one. Yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, that's her number. Oh.
Well, I had actually forgotten about the whole dick face incident. But me and Anna were taking a trip down memory lane. We found a bunch of old cell phones. And the cell phone I had at the time that the incident happened had a picture of you. You took a selfie in the mirror.
Yeah.
And you still had the outline. It was scrubbed off, almost all the way scrubbed off. But you still had the penis extending on your cheek to your mouth.
Mm-hmm. They had...
and then I went through the phone and looked up your number. And you were saved in there as Dick Face. And I had almost completely forgotten that I had just called you Dick Face for years.
Yeah.
That's how long we've known each other.
Yep. They also, they had a mark underneath one of my eyebrows because they thought it would make me look surprised. So...
Again, the butterfly tramp stamp was the most beautifully done piece of art on your body.
Thanks. I'll have to figure out who did that.
Yeah. Yeah, let me know. Yeah. Maybe they're a tattoo artist now.
No. Doubtful. I'm pressing X to doubt. Ain't no way in hell any of those guys are tattoo artists.
You never know. Maybe it's maybe one of them made it to prison and got good with like pen ink or something.
That's more believable. Yeah. And yeah, I didn't even know I was all written up until I was on my way home. Once again, I thought I was going to stop for Gatorade. I decided not to, turned away from the closest town to get a Gatorade. And then my phone vibrated and I looked at it. And just the quick, little pop-up notification was my cousin Adam going, "What the hell did you do last night?" I'm like, what the? I opened my phone to realize then, at that point, when I opened the message thread, not only did I pass out and they drew on me, but because my phone was unlocked, they took pictures and sent them to Adam. In the middle of the night.
Nice, because they were friends with your cousin.
Because they were friends with my cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about you didn't explain spitters or quitters to your mother.
I did not. No, there's a limit, and that is not one I would go down.
When I was visiting my parents here, most recently, we were talking about all the people that like, oh yeah. so and so's kid is a probation officer now, and so that kid Jonathan, he's a probation officer, and yeah, my buddy Christian's doing that too. Oh yeah, he is marrying the girl who cheated on me after homecoming.
Oh.
Anyway, okay, back up. So I was dating this tall blonde girl for a month or two, started senior year of high school, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to ask her to homecoming and everything. We're going to go to the dance together. And then, so we double dated. Me and the neighbor kid were friends, and we were actually really close, a proximity thing. We had grown up together for the most part, and we double dated one of her and one of her friends, and Derek and me. We double dated and took these girls to homecoming. Well, somewhere in the middle of the night, they disappear, and I don't know what the fuck's going on or anything. And turns out that Derek ended up banging her on the trampoline in the yard next door homecoming night while I slept in my bedroom. So going back to so we were talking about all these kids and what they're up to, just like this past week with my mother, and she's like, oh yeah, that girl that I took to homecoming in senior year, oh yeah, she's married or marrying my buddy Christian, last I heard. So that means her and Christian and Derek are Eskimo Brothers. And she just looks at me all funny, like, what's an Eskimo brother? I'm like, how the fuck am I going to explain this? Okay, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Mom? Yeah, I love that movie. So Sean Connery and Harrison Ford both bang that Nazi chick, right, in the movie?
Yep.
She goes, yeah. Well, they're both father and son, and they're Eskimo brothers. She just kind of looks at me and goes, that's weird, Aaron. There's a term for that? Yes, of course there is.
For everything,
Of course there is, Mom. They're Eskimo brothers. Yeah. So, yeah, Eskimo brothers. I had to explain that to my 60-something-year-old mother. She didn't get it. What the fuck, Aaron?
Jesus.
Are you Eskimo brothers? Anybody that you know of?
Oh, shit.
You can say no. I'm not Eskimo brothers with anybody that I know of.
Not that I know of.
Because we didn't, like, our little date. I mean, I wasn't part of the dating group that, we all dated the same girl or anything, like in high school or college or anything.
Yeah. Oh, lucky. No, not that I know of.
Yeah, not that I know of either.
No.
Because the whole term came about from a show I liked called The League, and the real stoner guy on The League, he tried to start a Eskimo Brothers Facebook knockoff.
Jesus.
So you log what chick you've bagged, and then you're part of the Eskimo Brothers network, and Snoop Dogg wanted to be on an episode, so the plot of the episode was they go drink with Snoop Dogg because he's this dude's Eskimo brother in the episode. It's so ridiculous. But it's funny.
I'm getting fart book vibes from Letterkenny right now.
That was the worst episode of Letterkenny.
It was.
It was the most traditional sitcom-based episode of Letterkenny that there was.
They tried too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every other episode, just do your thing.
Yeah.
Just let the comedy come from the characters and not from this thing you're trying to force down our throats.
So, I just want to touch on this because I'm sorry, I'm going back into your story.
What?
As soon as you said it, it just sparked in my mind. So the trampoline thing.
Uh-huh.
Right? With your buddy banging your homecoming date, girlfriend, whoever, on the trampoline.
We weren't officially boyfriend and girlfriend.
Whatever.
It wasn't Facebook official at the time.
So
we were getting there, though.
So you and I both know what soaking is.
Yes.
And what's the buddy's name for it? Is there an official term for the person who jumps on the bed for it?
I don't know. I mean, I could Google it real quick.
Google it.
Google soaking jumper.
Yes.
I got to turn
And
my
I'll
mouse
explain
back
what
on.
soaking is for the audience. Soaking
There you go. Yeah,
is
give me a second.
the Mormon?
Yes, Mormon.
Mormon.
Because friction is a sin.
Yeah, friction is a sin. So you can't actively have sex. So what the Mormons, their little workaround for it is they just insert and sit there. Not move. But you'd have a wingman or girl.
Where am I supposed to go to look this up? Fucking Urban Dictionary? Just
Yeah.
Google it.
I don't know.
Soaking jumper.
But you get a friend who like their only job is to come in while you're soaking and like jump on the bed to help create that friction and get each other off.
So there's pleasure involved.
Yeah, so there's so there's
Because-
something besides just sitting there.
Well, Mormons, hang on. Mormons have other workarounds too. They'll go to Vegas for a night and then fuck their brains out and then get married in Vegas and then just get the marriage annulled. Doesn't count.
But the trampoline,
I want to know where you're going with this.
would you need a friend if you had a trampoline? Or would it just make it that much
If
better?
there's any kind of hip thrusting though, it would be a sin.
Okay.
So how do you get the first jump going? Do you like Spider-Man cartwheel into the pussy or what?
Ooh, that'd be a good question.
I don't know. Fly.
So let's be
Fucking cold stone stunner into the vagina.
so I don't know. I just as soon as you said trampoline, I'm like, hey, that could be another workaround for the best friend.
Oh, I'm gonna hopefully it's a big enough trampoline you can just be on the other side of the trampoline just doing backflips and shit. And then jump humping. It's interesting. Mormon soaking for a sexual act practiced by Mormon. The male inserts his penis into the female's vagina and stays completely still for an extended period of time. Soaking is used as a loophole to get around the rules in the Mormon faith against having premarital sex. Sometimes soaking is accompanied by jump humping, which involves a third party, the hump jumper. There you go. That's the name.
Jumper.
Jumping up and down on the bed in order to simulate thrusting for the couple. The practice allegedly became popular at the Mormon Institute, Brigham Young University, and has been documented online since as early as 2009. Soaking is also sometimes known as floating. I'm kind of curious. I'm going to look it up on Urban Dictionary.
It's a jump humper or hump jumper?
What do they call it? Hang on. Fuck. The page reloaded. Involves a third party. Hump jumper.
Hump jumper.
Yeah. My Chrome locked up. The hump jumper. Do you think kids that graduate from BYU in a bachelor's of religious studies put that on their resume? Part-time hump jumper. My computer sucks. Urban Dictionary.
Hump jumper.
Hump jumper trampoline.
Yeah, but I bet you those hours of employment would vary.
Oh. Sometimes you're needed, from the hours of 2 to 4.
And sometimes it's just from
10 to midnight.
Not even then. Sometimes it's
The
just
sched-
10:30 to 10:32.
The schedule sucks. And you're probably always on call. All right, Urban Dictionary, soaking. Some Mormon teens have convinced putting a penis in a vagina and not moving is not sex. That's called soaking. Now, the jump man, Urban Dictionary calls it jump man. Jump man is a person who will jump on the bed next to you, soaking to get some friction going. without you technically moving. And of course, Urban Dictionary, put it in a sentence. Jake wanted me to be the jump man for a soaking tonight. That's 5 nights in a row. It was posted in 2021. Here's the next one, the next best one. Like planking, putting your forearms on the ground, only your dick is inside of a Mormon. Cock warming for Mormon motherfuckers.
Oh, man.
Oh, this one's good. The act of inserting a penis into their partner's vagina without thrusting so that the penis, quote, marinates in vaginal fluid without creating any friction. Marinates. I like that. That's funny.
Should probably just let that one marinate.
Let that one marinate. Humans are fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, I know. Hey, but, going back to the actual story, kudos to you for explaining that to your mother.
Well, Eskimo Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so much the...
And people that she has
Humpers
met
and shit.
over the years, she knows that they both bang the same chick. Yeah, she knows now.
That's going to be the first thing that pops up in her mind. And I can just see her mom. Oh, so you're Eskimo Brothers now.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
And she's going to mean it in the most polite, innocent way possible. And
then they're going to go, where did you learn that? Where did you hear that?
oh, my God, I think you're right.
Like, she's going to say, she's not going to think it's, like an offensive term or anything. Like that video of that chick that, she was saying bukkake in meetings or something. Have you seen that clip?
No, I haven't.
Fuck, I'll have to find it and send it to you. But like some husband confronts his wife, and it's on the internet, so it can't be real. But this husband confronts his wife, and what have you been saying in your emails? Let's have a bukkake time, like a good time.
You know what? I have seen that clip.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thinking about it out loud, it can't be real.
No.
There's no way.
No.
That's my favorite Cards Against Humanity card. One of them. Any Hitler jokes work for me, but Pixelated Bukkake is up there. That's a quality Cards Against Humanity card.
Maybe if it was before Cards Against Humanity time.
Right.
Or
high-speed internet.
Or high-speed internet. Maybe then I could actually understand that being a thing. But no.
But a lot of those videos that you see on the internet is, the husband and wife, they're just so fake and they're so terrible at acting. Like, I've seen better acting in legitimate pornos.
And Hallmark movies.
Those two. But she actually looked like distraught and upset in that video. So either she should go win a fucking Oscar, at least an Emmy, or she really has been using bukkake in her fucking work emails.
Jeez.
Unfucking believable. Well, if you're still with us, this has been another episode of the Buzzed Basement Bros podcast.
Oh, they dropped us like
15,
20 minutes ago.
Spotify gives you data like, oh, they were listening here, and then it dropped off, and then it picked back up, and then it dropped. I can show you that they have graphs and stuff.
Oh, really?
Listener data. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll have to show it to you. Anyway, contact us. See us on Twitter, Instagram. Email us, buzzbasementbrospodcast@gmail.com. We out. Because friction is a sin.
Yeah, friction is a sin.